In this video, we're going to draft our front swimsuit template. Using our template that we drafted and we have fit and perfected in the last video. In the resources, you can download the explanation sheet. And the first thing that we're going to do, on a separate sheet of paper about 33 to 36 inches long, trace off your front bodice, including your waist dart, your bust dart, and your apex, very important, and all the bust measurements that you took in the last video. Mark off point 13 and point 5. Before I draft the swimsuit template, I like to establish a center front line because I'm going to connect the front bodice, point 5, to the crotch depth. And it has to be a continuous line. I take my yardstick and I draw my center front line. And then I trace my bodice piece. I put my bodice piece underneath the paper and trace it off from there. Simple trace, just like any other, like you would trace from a magazine or wherever. We trace it off using all of our tools, using our arm's eye ruler, and we use our other rulers. Clean up our lines, trace off all the important areas. Remark the apex, very important. We want to mark our dart, our bust dart value. Draw in our lines. Now, even though we're not going to use our waist dart, we will, at some point, it's possible that in one of our designs in the future, we could need that dart, such as a princess line, mostly, or some other part that you would want to make it a separate piece. So we need that dart. We're going to mark it. We want to mark off point 5 and our waist point W. And mark all of your bust measurements that you took in the last video, taking the swimsuit measurements. We have our above bust. We have our side crease. We have our depth of cup. And we have our cleavage. And in the designing of the swimsuit video, I'll show you how to use these. From point 13, measure off 1/2 inch and mark. In step 3, we want to square a line off the center front over to the point W. This may or may not be from point 5. It might be just below point 5 or right at it. It doesn't matter, actually, because all we want to do is square a line over to the side waist point from the center front, equal to 1/2 the front waist plus 1 1/4 inch plus 1/4, and mark that point W. And this will be your new point W. Step 4 is fold out the bust dart on leg MO onto MN. And draw a line from point W to point 13 and cut that. On the center front line from point 5, measure down half the crotch depth measurement and mark point 1. From point 1, measure out to the right about 1.5 inches and mark point 2. From point 1, measure up the center front line 6 inches and square a line out equal to 1/2 the crotch crease and mark point 3. And draw a smooth curve from point 2 up to point 3. From the side waist point W, square a line down 7 inches and mark. On step 9, square a line out from the center front, a line equal to 1/4 of your total hip measurement. And on the center front, square a line out equal to 1/4 of the hip measurement plus 3/4 of an inch and mark point H. From point H, draw a smooth hip curve up to the waist point and blend it in to the waist. And there you have your front swimsuit template. And that concludes our draft of the front swimsuit template. We're not going to cut it out right now. We're going to wait until we draft the back swimsuit template, and then we're going to walk them together and verify all the areas fit and are correct. In the next video, we're going to draft the back swimsuit template. I'll see you in the next video.